Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 4 and congratulations on completing week 3. We've got a bit of a different setting in this video. I am actually in Snowmass, which is a ski village in Colorado for vacation. No, it is not snowing here. We go to these places in the summer as well. Apologies if you hear some background noise. I'm actually at my in-laws' apartment here where they sunbird, which is the opposite of snowbirding. They come up from Houston for a few weeks, so we're visiting them. Wanted to touch on a few things from last week. First of all, I love your water bottle ideas and your product roadmaps. I think I really like how each of you looked for a specific sport and thought carefully about what someone in that sport would need to be successful. And when we were designing this course, it's somewhat amazing to Google water bottle and see all the different features. At the end of the day, you're like, it's just something that holds water, but it can do so much more. And that's what's really interesting about minimum viable product. It's important to consider who is using your product in order for it to meet the minimum viability for the use that you are building it for. And that use is so important in what we're going to talk about this week in story creation. But before we get to that, I also wanted to say I didn't see a submission for your group for this week. So if you're having troubles loading that or any concerns, please reach out to me. I'm available. I'm available during this break. That's what my commitment was, and I will be available during office hours as well. So this coming week, we're going to transition from the roadmap, which is the high level. We went from product vision to roadmap to minimum viable product to story creation and prioritization. This, in my opinion, is the place where projects fall down. The ability to create good stories that the person doing them understands, but that are still free enough to allow them to complete the work the way they want to, is the difference in my mind between Agile and Waterfall. And there's lots of other differences, but this is incredibly critical. You're going to watch one of my favorite clips of all time, and it's only a minute long. It is such a beautiful story. This person is able to describe exactly what needed to be done, why it was important, and how to get it done. Now, the why it was important isn't critical for all stories. And by the way, when I say stories, these could be Kanban cards, these could be tasks in other implementation styles of Agile. But basically, your ability to describe what needs to be done from the user perspective in a way that creates value is critical to success. So please, honestly, if you get nothing else out of the rest of the course, this is the week that is the most important. I see projects where someone says, create a login page. That doesn't give you enough to do anything. Add a top to the water bottle. What does the top do? Why is it there? What should it be? Now, the flip side is the extreme case. Please add a top to the water bottle that is this inches in diameter and has this thickness and this color and this, and all of that isn't necessarily important for the minimum viable product. So that's where the balance is. So as a product owner or a Kanban master, you will be writing these stories with the team or writing them independently. There's debate on that. And also prioritizing them. So as you prioritize them, the role of the team is to go to that backlog and pick the first story that they can complete. They don't get to say, oh, well, I want to do number 15 if they could do numbers 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if they can't do number 1, they go to number 2, but they don't get to skip down to number 15. That's your job as the product owner to prioritize the backlog. If you're in Scrum, once the backlog has been committed to, or once the Scrum has been committed to, they can work on any stories they want. That's the difference between Kanban and Scrum, but I'm digressing a bit. Bottom line here, take this week to really understand what a good story or a good Kanban card or whatever you want to call it is that allows your team to complete the work effectively. Incredibly critical. It's where communication comes in. As always, I will be available for questions if you need them. I did post a video update on the project last week. It is in week 3, so check that out. I noticed on YouTube there was only 1 view, so I'm hoping everybody saw it. And I look forward to your progress this week.